as we are waiting to hear from the president, we are getting some new details about the lunch that President Trump just had with Republican senators up on Capitol Hill. So let's go to Manu Raju, who is live there, who just talked to Alabama Senator Richard Shelby. What did he share with you, Manu?
Well, of course, in his state is the Alabama Senate race in which Roy Moore, the candidate, is looking to replace Jeff Sessions. Roy Moore, of course, facing all these allegations of sexual misconduct, including with a minor. And we're told that the issue of that race did not come up in the meeting, even though President Trump has endorsed Roy Moore and the Republican leadership has abandoned Roy Moore. And Shelby himself said he voted for someone else who's not Roy Moore. That issue did not come up at all in this lunch. In fact, the only time Alabama was mentioned, we were told, is when the Alabama-Auburn football game from Saturday was discussed by President Trump in a conversation with Richard Shelby. Also, Brooke, what was not discussed were any concerns about a government shutdown next week in light of the breakdown in these talks between Democrats and Republicans. Trump, however, did talk a little bit about health care, saying that he endorsed a bipartisan health care plan by Senator Alexander of Tennessee and Senator Murray of Washington State, saying that he would get behind that idea if the individual mandate was repealed as part of the tax bill. Much of the focus was on the tax bill, and one pointed exchange occurred between Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin and President Trump. Johnson raising his concerns, we're told, Trump pushing back on that. Ultimately, Johnson voted to advance that bill in the committee. Who knows what he does on the floor, but that was certainly the most tense exchange and what was a largely positive session, we're told, Brooke.
Let me ask you, not related to taxes, but I know you also have reporting on Democratic Congressman John Conyers, who has been certainly feeling the heat over sexual harassment allegations there on the Hill. What do you have on that?
Yeah, that's right. Sources are telling both our colleague Deirdre Walsh and me that several Congressional Black Caucus members are trying to figure out a way to urge John Conyers to resign, a graceful exit after more than 50 years in the House. They believe that these allegations are mounting and mounting and mounting, and it's going to become insurmountable, and that he has to figure out a way out. Now, the concern that they have is they don't want to trample on what they believe has been a very positive legacy, particularly over civil rights issues, and his more than half-century of service to the House. So they're trying to figure out a way to get him out the door without really trampling his legacy. Now, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, we're told, is not leading the effort, but she's tacitly supporting the notion of pushing Conyers to have a graceful exit. We're told that he's having more meetings this afternoon. We'll see what he ultimately decides to do after he stepped down from that ranking position atop the House Judiciary Committee over the weekend, Brooke.
Okay, Manu, thank you so much. On Capitol Hill, again, just a reminder.